We're recruiting.
We are.
We are. For everybody that keeps coming to the streams and saying, how do I join Skirata Gaming? What is Skirata Gaming? What do we represent? This is the video for you. And Spencer and I are here to talk about it. Luckily, we can put this all in one video so you guys understand. It's been a commonly asked question, and we're ready to answer it. Spencer and I both. Because there's a few things we have to get off our chest in terms of content creators, to say the least.
To put it mildly.
First and foremost, consistency. Be consistent. That's what we look for. You know, show us your previous YouTube videos, your streams, stuff like that. Spencer's ran this team for years. He can explain it a lot better than I can, but
oh yeah, it's huge. When I'm looking at people on whether it's on YouTube or Twitch, consistency is key. How often have you been streaming? How often have you been uploading? And where are you trying to take it? That's that's the big thing. Are you just getting on to dabble with it? Like, you do it for a little bit and then kind of,
venture off, I guess.
Yeah.
Drift away from it. Because we can tell. People do it all, people do it all the time.
See it so often.
And I think a lot of that reflects into, like, in our team, and I can speak for probably Spencer and I both, is attitude and values. That's where it all comes from, right? That's the roots. So why are you doing this? Why are you pursuing this? Why does this drive you to, want to join Skirata in the first place? Because I feel like any of you, if you see this video and you're like, hey, I wonder, if I would be able to join, anybody's capable of joining. Anything's possible. Yeah. It all starts with the biggest thing, I think, is your values, what you value, why you're doing it, and your attitude towards doing it. Because I've seen it time and time again. Spencer has as well. People turn it almost, they become, it's monotonous for them. They treat it almost like it's a job. And we do this because we love it. It doesn't ever become a job. I mean, obviously there's some times where you can almost feel overwhelmed because you're like, oh my gosh, I want to get all this content out. I want to stream.
I want to make a lot of money.
And that's not what you should focus on. I mean, we as a team, we want to enjoy it, love what we do, and grow. And that's what we want everybody that is a member on the team to do as well. Which I believe leads us into one of our main points is our members, we do support one another. If you're joining the team, you have to be an active teammate. Regardless if that is, supporting the team channel or even the, just your fellow teammates. You got to do that. You got to be active, support one another. That's what we expect. And that's what we all try to do to our best ability, which we understand. And, a lot of us have jobs outside of this. We have, prior responsibilities. But even at work, I try personally to, engage with all my teammates as best I can. I try to upload to my own personal channel, stream to my own channel, along with helping with content for the Skirata channel. And these are all things that we would expect out of anybody we would want to recruit.
For sure.
And obviously, if you're coming to our streams and you're mentioning this, we know that you're already capable of supporting a streamer, being there, being present. Obviously, we would love to do that for you in return and help you grow and, really sharpen your content creation. And I think that's something we all try to do, especially with Skirata, in terms of criticism and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. And the values thing, I can't begin to stress that enough, because something this community lacks is a lot of that integrity that, like Gordon was saying, when it becomes a monotonous grind for like a 9-to-5 job, got to make all this money and get all this clout and shit. There's so much that gets lost there, and I see it all the time in the community.
The love for it, the passion.
The love for it, the passion, and treating other people right and just doing right by other people. It's such an important thing in this organization, and I think it should be that way in the community at large. But we're trying to do our part to make that the case by
say the least,
using our resources such as we can to make people better.
That's the biggest thing is we as a team, we try to lift each other up. That's the point of being a team. Like me personally, when I joined Skirata about a year ago now, I was at, just to give you guys an example, this isn't to brag about statistical things.
A little flex.
A little, but just, as an example, I started with I was probably, what would you say, 60 followers, just started streaming for about less than a month, a month.
Yeah, you hadn't been affiliated.
I wasn't even an affiliate yet.
Yeah.
And I joined Skirata then, in a year, fast forward a year later, we're closing in on 3,000 followers on Twitch. I recently started uploading to YouTube, which was thanks to, I have to give a big shout out to our designer, Immortal Slayer, Tyler.
God love him. Yeah.
I love you. I know you're probably annoyed with my daily DMs, hey, can I get a thumbnail? Hey, can I get a thumbnail? But I mean it out of love, and that's what I'm trying to express to you guys is there's so much support, because obviously graphic design personally is not it is not my strength. I'm definitely on the entertainer side of things. That's probably where I shine, but graphic design is not it. So thank you, Tyler. And along with Spencer and a lot of my other friends, even in the community, that have helped me, start YouTube recently, which is awesome. And a lot of that I owe to Skirata. I wouldn't know half the people in the community without help from Spencer or any of the other members that I've met along the way. Frankie, Reaper Reaps, he's helped me a lot, especially with pub stomping and putting me on board with the team and really always wanting to keep me as an asset. And that's what that's that welcoming feeling you get with the team. And that's support. I feel like this team, it's unmatched. And we expect that out of anybody we pick up. We don't expect anything less.
Yeah. And part of helping people to be better and to work better in the community, whatever it is you might be doing in content creation or what have you, is being able to take criticism, right? And
oh yeah,
I mean, so many people don't know how to take that appropriately or to give it to other people when it's necessary. But
gotta have thick skin.
But supporting people does not mean unconditionally giving them a thumbs up for whatever the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
Right?
That's definitely not.
You have to correct them when they're wrong, and you have to give constructive advice on how to move forward with things. And that's something that I take quite seriously, and I'm always so grateful when people give it to me personally. Especially
absolutely.
Frankie has been invaluable with that. Another shout out to Reaper Reaps there. But
I just think if you guys take in points, active on social media, you want to be open to criticism. Attitude, values. You want to make sure this is something, you want to pursue. Look deep in into yourselves. Why are you pursuing this career in content creation? Why do you want to take this serious? Because all of us on the team, I can speak for everybody on this roster. We all want to further our careers in content creation. We all enjoy it. We all push one another, and that's what we would look for in any of our members. Yeah. And that's just the biggest thing. I think as long as you guys take into consideration those points, I think you'd be a great addition to the roster. And if you think any of it applies to you,
give it a shot.
Well, here you go. This is it. I mean, so that's pretty much, I guess, all I have, unless you have anything, Spence.
No, I think we pretty well covered it. I can't stress the consistency part enough. I have to say that again. Be consistent, build a community that's consistent so people know what to expect from you. And it keeps them coming back, and it keeps you motivated, moving in the right direction. Yeah. And if you do that, that's what we're aiming for. And if we got that same goal in mind, well, there you go.
We would love to talk to you. We'd love to chat. Other than that, I mean, pretty much all we have. If you guys are new to the channel and you don't even know what Skirata is, hit that subscribe button. This is the channel we'll be at.
You'll find out soon enough.
Other than that, check out all of our social medias in the description down below. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Biggest thing, social media presence. Hit us up on Twitter. Let us know you guys are interested in joining Skirata. Appreciate everybody tuning in. It's been your boy, Misconducting.
OriginalBonJovi right here.
Catch you guys in the next video.
Peace.